Most people spend months planning a cruise, the excursions, the outfits, the restaurants. But there are 10 things happening right inside your cabin that can quietly drain your wallet, get you escorted off the ship mid-trip, or put someone you love in real danger. You've probably already done at least one of these. Stay with me because the one most people laugh off, that's the one that causes the most trouble. That chilled water bottle sitting right at eye level in your cabin fridge, it's not a courtesy. It's a calculated decision by the cruise line. Even if you paid for the unlimited drinks package, and many of you watching did, nothing in that minibar is covered. A can of soda that costs you $3 at the pool bar will run $7.50 the moment you grab it from that fridge. Here's how it works. Cruise lines know that after a long day in port, you're tired, your feet hurt, and that cold drink is right there. They're counting on your convenience. The fix is simple. Stock your cabin with snacks from shore. Order from the bar where your package applies. Check the cabin menu before you touch anything. The minibar generates tens of thousands in extra profit per sailing. Don't be part of that number. Hit subscribe to Cruisify. We expose what cruise lines don't want you to know before every trip. Here's something most passengers find out the hard way. Lighting a cigarette on your private balcony feels like you're right. You paid for that space. But cruise lines don't see it that way. In a recent year, one major cruise line removed over 100 passengers mid-voyage for cabin smoking. No warning. No refund. You disembark at the next port and arrange your own way home. The fines start at $250 just for the infraction. Trigger a smoke detector, and they are sensitive enough to detect a vape, add another $500. This isn't about inconvenience. A single improperly handled cigarette caused a shipboard fire that destroyed multiple cabins and injured passengers. The ships now run thermal cameras continuously. Those thick white robes, their oversized fluffy towels, they feel like the kind of thing that comes with the cabin. They don't. Every towel and robe on a modern cruise ship is tagged with an RFID chip, the same technology used in access cards in airport security. Exit scanners read them silently as you disembark. If something that isn't yours passes through, an alarm sounds. The charges aren't small. Robes run around $95, towels $65, pool towels $45, and unlike a hotel, there's no quiet conversation at checkout. It goes on your account automatically. What you can take: toiletries, hand towels, the pen on the desk. If you genuinely love the robe, ask at the front desk. Ships sometimes sell them officially at a better price than what you'd pay if caught. This one surprises almost everyone when they first hear it. Opening your cabin door and your balcony door at the same time creates a pressure differential, essentially a wind tunnel through your cabin. The suction happens in seconds. Loose papers, boarding passes, cash, glasses, gone over the railing before you can react. Doors can slam with enough force to break fingers. Documented incidents include a passenger losing both passport and wallet this way, and a child ending up in the ship's medical center from a door impact. The fix takes 2 seconds. Close one door before you open the other. Make sure everyone in your group knows this, especially if you're traveling with grandchildren. The view from a cruise ship balcony is genuinely beautiful. That moment where the horizon stretches out and the light hits the water just right. Of course you want a photo. But leaning against or over that railing is one of the most documented causes of overboard incidents in the industry. Cruise ship railings are approximately 1 meter high, significantly lower than most residential balcony standards. At sea, wind speeds regularly exceed 50 kilometers per hour. The ship moves. Your footing shifts. And alcohol, which flows freely on these trips, is a factor in the majority of reported incidents. Take your balcony photos from inside the cabin with the door open. If you're traveling with children or grandchildren, request an interior cabin or keep the balcony door locked when adults aren't present. The view will still be there tomorrow. Take the safe shot. Follow Cruisify for real cruise tips that protect your trip, your money, and your family on every sailing. A quiet evening, a candle flickering on the nightstand, soft music. It sounds like the perfect end to a sea day. It nearly became a disaster on a sailing a few years ago when a passenger's incense triggered ship-wide alarms and sent an entire deck of passengers to muster stations in the middle of the night. Cruise ship smoke detectors operate at sensitivity levels 10 times higher than standard hotel systems. That's intentional. At sea, a fire has no fire department arriving in minutes. The minimum fine for triggering a false alarm is $500. Repeat. Offenses or nighttime incidents can result in removal from the vessel. Certain luxury lines issue lifetime bans. Battery-operated LED candles work perfectly and are available on board many ships. Scent diffusers without heat elements are also permitted. Ask at guest services before you unpack. You've been traveling for hours. You just want to drop your bags, find a drink, and watch the ship leave port. That mandatory safety drill feels like a formality. It isn't. By international maritime law, every passenger must attend. Cruise lines track compliance through your cabin keycard. If you don't show, security will find you. That's not a figure of speech. The fines range from $100 to $500, and in one documented case, a ship lost 2 full hours during an actual emergency because over 20 passengers who had skipped the drill were unaccounted for. The captain has the authority to add a second drill and charge another day of delay if compliance falls too low. Your muster station is printed on your keycard. Arrive a few minutes early, pay attention, and you'll never have to think about it again. Almost every passenger locks their passport, cash, and jewelry in the cabin safe and feels like the matter is handled. Here's what the cruise lines don't tell you. The majority of cabin safes ship with default override codes, combinations like 0 or 1234 that crew members are aware of. Some models can be bypassed with a strong magnet. And unlike a hotel safe bolted into a wall, many cabin safes are not anchored to the furniture. This is not to alarm you unnecessarily, but it does mean your cabin safe is the first place anyone with bad intent would look, not the last. Practical approach. Change the code immediately when you're bored, and don't use obvious numbers. Split your valuables, passport in the safe, emergency cash in a different location. For anything of serious value, use the main safe at the front desk. A portable lock safe from any travel retailer adds a layer that cabin safe doesn't. Cabin outlets on cruise ships are limited, often just 2 or 3, placed inconveniently. So passengers pack extension cords and power strips. It seems like common sense. Here's the problem. Standard extension cords are the leading cause of cabin electrical fires at sea. The ship's electrical system runs at different loads and cycles than what most consumer-grade cords are rated for. Overheating is the predictable result. Security knows exactly what to look for. Luggage inspection areas on many modern ships use detection systems specifically for these items. If they find one, it's confiscated immediately and you receive an automatic fine between $200 and $500. What is permitted? Surge-protected power strips without an on-off switch. Check the specific language on your cruise line's packing list. A portable garment steamer handles the clothing wrinkles. The ship's ironing service usually runs just a few dollars per item. Most of us use the Do Not Disturb sign without a second thought. Late sleep-in, long nap, private afternoon. Normal reasons. But cruise ships operate under different rules than hotels. Crew are trained to flag cabins, where the sign has been displayed continuously for more than 24 hours. After that window, security has both the authority and the obligation to conduct a welfare check, whether you want one or not. This isn't about privacy invasion. It's a response to real incidents where passengers were in medical distress and could not call for help. The simple solution: take the sign down once a day, even if you put it back up an hour later. If you genuinely need extended privacy, call the front desk and let them know. A 30-second conversation keeps your day uninterrupted and removes you from their checklist entirely. Subscribe to Cruisify right now. Drop your biggest cruise question in the comments and we'll answer it in our next video. 10 mistakes. Most of them cost under a minute to avoid, but they cost passengers hundreds, sometimes thousands of dollars, and in some cases, their entire trip. Now, drop a comment below. Which one surprised you most? And if you're sailing soon, share this with whoever's coming with you. It might be the most useful thing they watch before they board. See you at the next port.